I live in Italy and the sky is sunny. 'Tis a nicer place, 'tis a nicer place. And if you think I talk is funny, shut up your face, shut up your face. America to me is not so foreign. It's just the same, she's just the same. Of course you have not got a Sophia Loren. Don't be ashamed, please don't be ashamed. Bella, Bella, Opsamina coot. Vespa, Vespa, up the motor scoot. And if you in a nicer mood for some nice Italian food, veal with cheese on it is a veal parmigiana. Veal with cheese on it is a veal parmigiana. The opera house in Rome is called La Scala. Is very strange, is very strange. 10,000 lira makes a half a dollar. You gotta get some change, you gotta get some change. In Venice, if you do a lot of driving, then don't forget, please don't forget. Before you drive, go study scuba diving. The street is wet, the street is a wet. Vino, vino, ask a glass of wine. You drink yourself and I'll drink a mine. Vittoria de Sica makes a pitcher twice a week. Soup with macaroni is called a minestrone. Soup with macaroni is called a minestrone. I wrote to Anna Maria Alberghetti. She sings a high, up very high. I typed this letter on my Olivetti. I don't know why, I took a try. Di Martin, he's a nice Italian fella, a friend of Frank's, a friend of Frank's. If you give them a piece of mozzarella, they tell you thanks, 1,000 thanks. Dolce, dolce, dolce means a sweet. Grapes is the thing to you, stamp with your feet. The Tower of Pisa, she's a lean and Necci is a sewing machine. Eat some lasagne, but don't get on any yar. Eat some lasagne, but don't get on any la. A nicer painter was Botticelli. He's very old, he's very old. He's a painter lady with a naked belly. She caught a cold, she caught a cold. I know a man who wrote a song, Volare. He got a cash, a lot of cash. He took a cash and brought a new Ferrari. He made a crash, his fender smash. Gina, Gina, Lola Brigidia, I love her, but cursori sarà. And if you see Anne Magnum with Marcello Mastroni, ask him if you can borrow some spaghetti marinare. Ask if you could borrow some spaghetti marinare. Columbus was a nice Italian fella. He had no boats, he needed some boats. So he's a fool around with Queen Isabella. She had her 3 boats, she gave him the boats. The Queen, she said, Columbus, poochie woochie, if you should land in some new land, please name it for America's Vespucci, 'cause he's a nice Italian man. Nina, Pinta, Anna Saint Maria, 14 and 2 they sailed the sea. They found the land and it was grand, and then Columbus he proclaimed, I call this land America, a nice Italian name, and that is why America is a nice Italian name. America's a nice Italian place. That's a parody song, I think.
Thanks very much, Brian. Alan Sherman, didn't he do Hello Mother, Hello Father?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Return to Camp Granada he did as well. Did a
he?
follow-up
Right.
one. I've seen both of those normally.
He also done one
Used
about.
to hear those on, was it Junior Choice on a Saturday morning for the kids?
He done the Mexican hat dance as well, which
Yeah.
is in a little country churchyard in Orham Monaghan. Beside his ever-loving Rose there lives a special man. He was Ireland's country music king for more than 50 years. And that April day in 2018 had us all in tears. He was a legend in his time and our Irish country music king. From his gentle mother debut to the same way he came in. Big Tom McBride, we miss him, and we still can't believe he's gone. Although he'll take the stage no more, his music will live on. In the many crowded ballrooms throughout old Ireland, when the dance was over, Tom took time to shake our hands. And we chattered and we listened, and we felt he was our friend. A love that lasted through the years, right up to the end. He was a legend in his time, and our Irish country music king. From his gentle mother debut, to the same way he came in. Big Tom McBride, we miss him, and we still can't believe he's gone. Although he'll take the stage no more, his music will live on. Tom was a star in England, including London town. The exile's love for country roads, and my world's come down. He was that precious thing to hope all immigrants felt dear. A lamplight in the window, it said you're welcome in. He was a legend in his time, and our Irish country music king. From his gentle mother's debut, to the same way he came in. Big Tom McBride, we miss him, and we still can't believe he's gone. Although he'll take the stage no more, his music will live on. In the town of Castleblaney, down in the market square, now cast in bronze forevermore, Big Tom is sitting there. And if you should stop to thank him for all those years of joy, I'm sure the pleasure has been mine, would be his reply. He was a legend in his time, and our Irish country music king. From his gentle mother's debut, to the same way he came in. Big Tom McBride, we miss him, and we still can't believe he's gone. Although he'll take the stage no more, his music will live on. Big Tom McBride, we miss you, and we still can't believe you're gone. And although you'll take the stage no more, your music will live on. Yes, although you will take the stage no more, your music will live on. Big Tom McBride, the legend lives on.
Well done. Yes. Well done, Brian. That was great. Never heard of him, but I'm sure he was obviously loved, so that's wonderful.
Singing for over 50 years. Did quite a lot of duets as well, which I do quite a few of his.
Oh,
that's another
wonderful.
story.
That was great. Well, thanks. Great pic. That's him, I assume, in the picture.
That is, yeah.
Uh-huh.
In his latter years, in his 70s, I think, by then.
Okay, well, thanks for that.
From 30,000 feet above the desert floor, I see it there below. A city with a legend, the West Texas city of El Paso, where long ago I heard a song about a Texas cowboy and a girl, and a little place called Roses, where he used to go and watch this beauty whirl. I don't recall who sang the song, but I recall the story that I heard. And as I look down on the city, I remember each and every word. The singer sang about a jealous cowboy and the way he used a gun to kill another cowboy. Then he had to leave El Paso on the run. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. The cowboy lived and rode away, but a love was strong and he couldn't stay. He rode back just to die in that El Paso sand. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. And I try not to let you cross my mind, but still I find there's just a mystery in the song that I don't understand. My mind is down there somewhere as I fly above the badlands of New Mexico. I can't explain why I should know the very trail he rode back to El Paso. Can it be that man can disappear from life and live another time? And does the mystery deepen because you think that you yourself lived in that other time? El Paso City by the Rio Grande. The cowboy lived and rode away, but love was strong and he couldn't stay. He rode back just to die in that El Paso sand. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. And I try not to let you cross my mind, but still I find there's just a mystery in a song that I don't understand. Somewhere in my deepest thoughts, familiar scenes and memories unfold. These wild and unexplained emotions that I had so long but I never told. Like every time I fly up through the heaven and I see you there below, I get the feeling sometimes in another world I lived in El Paso. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. Could it be that I could be the cowboy in this mystery that died there in the desert sand so long ago? El Paso City by the Rio Grande. A voice tells me to go and see. Another voice keeps telling me maybe death awaits me in El Paso. Maybe death awaits me in El Paso.
Well, I'm Brian.
El Paso.
Thank you, Brian.
Nice country western.
Thank you very much for that.
Very nice.
Soon to be America.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've been to the Gulf of America lately?
It would be like this, Leanne.
I'm flying over the Gulf of America with my Sharpie pen.
That's
This is a poem written by Les Barker, and it was sung by Eliza Carthy with her dad Martin Carthy playing the guitar, and it's called Everything Glows. It's a parody of Anything Goes by Cole Porter. In olden days how well a fella filled, now they're not well in Sellafield, and it shows everything goes. Nowadays your humble peasant is likely to be fluorescent from head to toes. Everything goes 100 watts they say you can spot today. Every mail today is in wind scale today. And the tramps today are like lamps today, with an incandescent nose. Parsons, priests and monks and deacons all look like militia beacons. They say God knows everything glows. Plutocrats don't have plutonium, and they leave those fats of odium to the proles. Everything glows. Acid rain and radiation are gifts to other nations, both friend and foes. Everything goes. In the west today we fluoresce today, and the rain today rots your brains today, and the Manx today don't give you thanks today for the waste that we dispose. Cows that once just ruminated are now illuminated from head to toes. Everything glows. On the hills the sheep are numerous, shining in their illuminous sheepskin clothes. Everything glows. On the hills and mountain passes, sheepdogs all wear dark glasses, perched on their nose. Everything glows. The sheep today, they may sleep today, but their sleep today is not deep today, for the night today is too bright today, and they've all got extra toes. Why is there this sense of doom in us? Must be because we're luminous, I suppose. Everything glows, everything glows. Everything glows.
That was brilliant, Brian. Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, well done, Brian. For some reason I thought that was longer than it was, but yeah, that was funny. Thank you.
Last Saturday I went to a wassail with the Reader's Dream Morris and Raven's Drummers at St Leonard's, where they were blessing the apple trees, and after the ceremony we sang a couple of wassail songs, and this is one of them. Here we come a wassailing. Here we come a wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a wandering so fairly to be seen. Here we come a wandering so fairly to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars that beg from door to door. We're the neighbours' children that you have seen before. We're the neighbours' children that you have seen before. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. I have a little purse, it made of leather skin. I need a silver sixpence to line it well within. I need a silver sixpence to line it well within. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. God bless the master of the house, and likewise the mistress too, and all the little children that around the table grew, and all the little children that around the table grew. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. Bud and blossom, bud and blossom, bud and bloom and bear, so we may have plenty of cider all next year. So we may have plenty of cider all next year. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. Bring us out your table and spread it if you please, and give us hungry wassails a bit of bread and cheese. And give us hungry wassailers a bit of bread and cheese. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. Now is winter time and strangers travel far and near, and we wish you and send you a happy new year. And we wish and send you a happy new year. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fairly to be seen. Here we come a-wandering so fairly to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to our wassail too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. Here we come a-wassailing.
Thank you, Brian. Didn't realise there were so many verses to that song.
I added a few extra ones, which
Did you?
I
Oh,
found,
right,
to be
okay.
fair.
Thank you very much for that.
Sometimes I wander down memory lane, and some things spring to mind straight away. Sex in the previous century is more vivid than poetry today. I remember Helen and Julie was fun, and an evening with Evelyn was ace. But Shakespeare and Milton and Wordsworth and Donne disappeared forever with no trace. Who here has been rendered ecstatic by Benjamin, Byron or Scott? Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. Words it was not, and it was women who took those sweet years of my time. I never went down to the pub to see if two sentences rhyme. Nights down Lark lanes in the back streets of cars. Was it poetry that gave our hearts wings? Was it poetry that steamed up the windows? Was it poetry that tested the springs? Did the thrill of a poem by Wordsworth keep the fires of our passion red hot? Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. Does my soul sing out to say, Shelley? No, his verses are just so much froth. Should we have more sex on the telly? Yes, although I sometimes fall off. If you were alone in some faraway place, and the evening was starting to drag, if you had to choose which one you would refuse, the Lady of Shalott or a shag. By the latter, in clarification, I did not mean Guillemot. Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. If poetry was better than sex, there would be a torrent of spam sent upon it. Make your limerick last half an hour, and add 4 extra lines to your sonnet. There's no you are not Longfellow, and the opposite sex will not like you. They want a man with a big silicky, and all you have is got a hacker. Does it matter how long a man's poem? No, indeed, not a jot. Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. Have I passed long years of pure pleasure in pursuit of the most perfect rhyme? Oh no, that to me is no treasure. Procreation's been the thief of my time. And when I had something to say, and a passion I need to express, Do I care over much about scansion in my rhyme and address? Do I preach that we reach for some peach of a word, or do I lob in some odd apricot? Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. The Odyssey, Iliad, in days far behind, did I seek out girls who could quote them? Is the weight of my heart through the doors of my mind? No, like most men, I'm led by the scrotum. And when the debate has come to a close, and we've filled you with smiles and laughter, don't come to us with your poems, my dears. It is not your poems we're after. What are the words when two souls might be dancing that sweet horizontal gavotte? Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. In Ixander did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, and would that dome have poets in? No, if it was up to me. I get quite confused when I see a hand used to write verse, whether rhyming or blank. Some other employment would bring more enjoyment, that's what I think, to be frank. The day that I'm cursed with a preference for verse, you can order my hearse on the spot. Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. To keep me amused, I know which I choose, but remind me in case I have forgot. Is poetry better than sex? No, it is bloody well not. It's getting to the point where I'm no fun anymore. I am sorry. Sometimes it hurts so much, and I must cry out loud. I am lonely. I am yours, you are mine. You are what you are. You make it hard. Remember what we've said and done and felt about each other. Oh, babe, have mercy. Don't let the past remind us of what we are not now. I am not dreaming. I am yours. You are mine, you are what you are, you make it hard, oh. Tearing yourself away from me, now you are free, and I am crying. This does not mean I don't love you. I do, that's forever, yes, and for always. I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are, you make it hard. Something inside is telling me that I've got your secret. Are you still listening? Fear is the lock and laughter and the key to your heart, and I love you. I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are, you make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard. And you make it hard. Friday evening, Sunday in the afternoon, what have you got to lose? Tuesday morning, please be gone, I'm tired of you. What have you got to lose? Can I tell like it is? Help me, I'm suffering. Listen to me, baby. It's my heart that's a suffering, it's a dying. Help me, I'm dying. And that's what I have to lose, to lose. I've got an answer. I'm going to fly away. What have I got to lose? Will you come see me Thursdays and Saturdays? What have you got to lose? Chestnut brown canary, ruby-throated sparrow, sing a song, don't be long, thrill me to the marrow. Voices of the angels ring around the moonlight, asking me, said she so free, how can you catch the sparrow? Lacy lilting lyric, losing love lamenting, change my life, make it right, be my lady, do-do, do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Que linda mi la traiga Cuba, la reina de la mar Caribe. Cielo sol non tien sangria, que trisky que no più de vea, uva, uva, do-do-do, 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 do-do-do-do. Do 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 do.
Hey. Well done, Brian.
Well done.
I feel I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something is telling me I must go home. And the lights all went out in Massachusetts the day I left her standing on her own. I tried to hitch a ride to San Francisco. I gotta do the things I wanna do. And the lights all went out in Massachusetts. They brought me back to see my way with you. I talk about the life in Massachusetts, and I speak about the people I have seen, and the lights all went out in Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is the only place I've been. I will remember Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is the one place I have seen. I will remember Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is the one place I have seen. I will remember Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is the one place I have seen. I will remember Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is the one place I have seen. Massachusetts by the Bee Gees. As it was Valentine's Day yesterday, I'm going to dedicate this next song to my late wife Carol. It's the theme song to the Titanic movie, which was sung by Canadian singer Celine Dion. It's basically a signature tune, and it's called My Heart Will Go On. Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone. Love was when I loved you, and one true time I hold to. In my life will always go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. You're here, there's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. My heart will go on and on.
Thanks, Brian.
Beautiful.
Great song, right?
What a lovely tribute to yourself and your lovely.
Yeah, she passed
Carol,
away
that
4
was-
years ago in this month, so it's a sort of a song I bring out this sort of time of year.
Very, very, very fine, very touching. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. I am back at Camp Grenada, and I'm writing you this letter just to say my compound fracture's getting better. No one here knows where my trunk is, and my bunk is where the skunk is, and the food this year's improving. All the little black things in it are not moving. Our camp nurse is quite a swimmer. She says swimming makes you slimmer. Her name is Mrs. Pellegrini. Have you ever seen a whale in a bikini? Let me stay, oh mother, father, let me stay. I love Granada every night. The campfire is so keen. Oh man, please send me some unquintine. Let me stay out in here, Mother Nature's land, and tiptoe through the tulips grand. To leave would be a shame. Besides, I'd miss the poker game. All the bathrooms have such thin doors. Gee, I'd wish they'd move them indoors. We are all tired of Mother Goose here, so next Friday night they're having Lenny Bruce here. Let me stay, oh mother, father, let me stay. I love Granada every night. The campfire is so keen. Oh ma, please send me some unquintine. Let me stay out in the mother's nature land, and tiptoe through the tulips grand. To leave would be a shame. Besides, I'd miss the poker game. Please don't worry, mother, father, I will take care of little brother. He plays here and he rows here, and I hope they teach him how to blow his nose here. He wakes up 6:30 and goes directly to the quickstand. He was lonely and now he's better. Mother, father, he likes all of us except his bed is wetter. He is like all of us except his bed is wetter.
I haven't heard that before.
Granada.
Oh, neither have I. What can I say to that?
That's brilliant.
I think he got tired of singing the original version, so he thought he'd write another one. Follow up.
It's a particularly mad night tonight, isn't it? Oh, right. Thank you for that.
As you plough through the snows of December, remember that poor Captain Scott. Wasn't he the second to reach the South Pole? Well, no, in fact he was not. Roald Amundsen, he was the first. Oh, that's what everybody reckoned. But we've all been under a misapprehension, as I've been told that Roald was the second. When he arrived at his goal, a small patch of yellow snow marked it. But who was the first to the pole? It was Roald's dog, Spot of the Antarctic. It was an elementary mistake that put Roald out of the hunt. How can a man at the back of the sledge beat the dog he has tied to the front? But Spot was not a happy dog, as dog needs to run out for a run. But pulling a sledge all those miles through the snow, as a walk round the park would have done. A sled piled high with a cooker and a fridge, and a TV, and who had to park it? It wasn't Roald who trudged through the cold, it was Roald's dog Spot of the Antarctic. Of course Roald did all the planning, and strategy flowed from his mouth. Which way shall we go today? Roald said Spot, and Roald said south. and on the return journey, and his keen mind again proved its worth. Which way shall we go today? Roald said Spot, and Roald said to the north. As Spot had to do was to pull the sledge and put the tent up when it was dark. Whose job was it to cook Roald's supper? It was Roald's dog, Spot of the Antarctic. My name used to be Ronald, said Roald, but alas I was a poor man. I had to sell my own car to finance the trip, and I sold it to someone called Orman. I bought a tent and a sledge and a dog called Spot and set out to do it. Spot didn't like the Antarctic at first, but he's taken a Viking to it. I thought I'd be first to the pole, and I got off the sledge and then parked it. I wanted to be the first, and my heart's going to burst, because it's Roald's dog Spot of the Antarctic. Then halfway through the journey home, he spoke to his pet with regret. I've miscalculated our food, and it is all ated, and McDonald's haven't opened here yet. Not for Roald was the example for Oates, and he was bravely going out for a walk. He simply shouted, "Come here, Spot," and got out his knife and his fork. The dog may be gone, but the legend lives on. All down the years dogs have barked it. For who was the first to the pole? It was Roald's dog, Spot of the Antarctic. Spot of the Antarctic. Spot the dog was the first one there.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's a true story.
Yeah.
Spot was first. Oh,
I think he might. I don't know whether the dog was called Spot. I think they just made him Spot because of Scott of the Antarctic, who was second there, or third if you count the dog.
Oh, that was good.
The first to the pole.
Spot. Dad came to name a song about a dog.
The morning sun touched lightly on the eyes of Lucy Jordan in a white suburban bedroom in a white suburban town. As she lay there beneath the covers, dreaming of 1,000 lovers, until the world turned to orange and the room went spinning round. At the age of 37, she realized she'd never ride through Paris in a sports car with the warm wind in her hair. So she let the phone keep ringing, and she sat there softly singing little nursery rhymes she'd memorized in her daddy's easy chair. Her husband, he's off to work, and the kids are off to school, and there are oh so many ways for her to spend the day. She could clean the house for hours, or rearrange the flowers, or run naked through the shady street, screaming all the way. At the age of 37, she realized she'd never ride through Paris in a sports car with the warm wind in her hair. So she let the phone keep ringing, and she sat there softly singing pretty nursery rhymes she'd memorized in her daddy's easy chair. The evening sun touched gently on the eyes of Lucy Jordan, on the rooftop where she climbed, when all the laughter grew too loud. And she bowed and curtsied to the man who reached and offered her his hand, and he led her down to the long white car that waited past the crowd. At the age of 37, she knew she'd found forever, as she rode along through Paris with the warm wind in her hair. So she let the phone keep ringing, and she sat there softly singing pretty nursery rhymes she'd memorized in her daddy's easy chair. As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy wrapped all in white linen, wrapped in white linen, as cold as the clay. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Deb March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod over me. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. He said to me, I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I boldly walked by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I got shot in the breast and I know I may die. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Deb March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. He said I was once in my saddle, and I used to be happy. I was once in my saddle, and I used to ride all day. But I first took to drinking, and then to gambling. And a shot from a six-shooter has left me wounded today. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Deb March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. He said, my curse, let it rest on the fair one, who drove me from friends that I loved and from home, who told me she loved me just to deceive me. My curse rest upon her wherever she roam. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Deb March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy, and I know I've done wrong. He said she was fair, and oh, she was lovely. She was the belle of the cowtown, and the fairest of all. But her heart was as cold as the snow on the mountains, and she gave me up for the glitter of gold. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Dead March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod on me. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. He said I arrived in Texas and in the streets of Laredo, continuing my drinking and gambling, and I went to give o'er. But I met with a gunslinger and he left me this way, and my home and relations I may see no more. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Dead March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. He said to me, send for my father, oh send for my mother, and send for a doctor to look at my wounds. But I fear it is useless, as I feel I am dying, because I'm a young cowboy cut down in my bloom. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Dead March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. He said to me, go fetch me some water, a cool cup of water, to cool my lips, the poor cowboy, he said. But before I returned, his spirit had left him. He had gone to his maker, and that cowboy was dead. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Sing the Dead March as you carry me along. Take me to the valley, then lay the sod o'er me. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. I'm a young cowboy and I know I've done wrong. The Streets of Laredo.
All right.
Very famous cowboy song, that one.
Pretty much, yeah. The Streets of Laredo. Oh, boy.
Three gypsies stood at the castle gate. They sang so high and they sang so low. The Lord's lady sat in a chamber late, and her heart it melted away as snow. The gypsies sang so sweet and they sang so shrill, that fast her tears began to flow, and she lay down her silken gown, her golden rings and all her show. She took off her high-heeled shoes, made of Spanish leather, oh. She would in the street in her bare feet, all out in the world and weather go. The Lord said, saddle to me my milk-white steed, and go and fetch me my pony, oh, that I may ride and seek my bride, who's gone with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. He rode high and he rode low, he rode through wood and copses too, until he came to an open field, and there he espied his lady, oh. He said, what makes you leave your house and land, your golden treasures for to go? What makes you leave your new wedded lord to follow the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh? She said, what care I for my house and land? What care for I my treasures, oh? What care I for my new wedded lord? I'm off with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. He said, last night you slept in a goose-feathered bed, with the sheet turned down so bravely, oh. Tonight you will sleep in a cold open field, along with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. She said, what care I for the goose-feathered bed, with the sheets turned down so bravely, oh. Tonight I shall sleep in a cold open field, along with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. Along with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh.
Very good.
Raggle-taggle gypsies, oh.
Yeah.
The raggle-taggle gypsy sleeping outdoors. In the cold, cold snow. Ah, it rhymes.
I think they'd be comfortable in Nevadas, don't you?
I think it was with me. I'd have stayed in my nice warm bed. I've been fighting with these sheets again, and I can't make myself lie still. My pillowcase is soaking wet, and yet I feel a chill. It takes all I can do these days to just survive the nights. It gets crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. When a man can't shake a memory, he runs hot and cold and blind. He hates her, then he loves her, then he hates her one more time. Your love has such a grip on me, it chokes me like a vine. Oh, it's crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. I've been phoning you since 8 o'clock, and it's almost 4 a.m. My mind keeps painting pictures of you out loving him. I just crushed a Dixie cup for running out of wine. It gets crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. When a man can't shake a memory, he runs hot and cold and blind. He hates her, then he loves her, then he hates her one more time. Your love has such a grip of me, and it chokes me like a vine. Oh, it's crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. Yes, I've been phoning you since 8 o'clock, and it's almost 4 a.m. My mind keeps painting pictures of you out loving him. I just crushed a Dixie cup for running out of wine. It gets crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. When a man can't shake a memory, he runs hot and cold and blind. He hates her, then he loves her, then he hates her one more time. Your love has such a grip on me, it chokes me like a vine. Oh, it's crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. Your love has such a grip on me, it chokes me like a vine. Oh, it's crazy when a man can't get a woman off his mind. When a man can't get a woman off his mind.
That was outstanding, Brian, but that's just the saddest song to start off our open mic.
See, I'm afraid he's lost his woman to another person, I'm afraid.
I know. Oh, but great lyrics.
It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I will never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, he quarrels with his peers, who vowed they'd never be another one. In the dark recess of the mind, where you age before your time, and the coal dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. At the age of 64, he will greet you at the door, and he will gently lead you by the arm through the dark recess of the mines. He will take you back in time and tell you of the hardships that were had. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. Yes, it's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. No, I never again will go down underground. Working man.
The
The Dubliners.
That's a good old song, that one.
Yeah.
Terry Duff did a pretty good job.
Written by Rita McNeil, Canadian.
Okay.
Oh, was it? That's interesting.
I like the version by Mary Duff.
That's right.
That's my favourite version, but the Dubliners made a pretty good job of it.
Okay, right.